Hey guys, welcome back to yet another video. If you're new around here, my name is Marcelina. I am the 15-year-old teen author of The Blood That Divides Us. This is a YA murder mystery romance inspired by A Good Girl's Guide to Murder and Binding 13. It is available to purchase on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. All of those links will be in the description down below. But that's not the focus of today's video. No. Today's video is very special. I'm currently in the midst of draft 1 of my new YA mystery romance. Not at all related to The Blood That Divides Us. It's a completely new one. It's called Labeled Innocent, Presumed Dead. This one is more inspired by the Natural series mixed with the Inheritance games with heavy Pretty Little Liars influences. So if that sounds good to you, I feel like you would really like it. There's found family, an FBI secret society organization, a baking hacker main character with gorgeous pink hair. There is a love triangle, but it's a twist on the overly hated trope. But we're not going to get into that. There's also a lot of mental health representation and disability representation, secrets, betrayals, all of that really good stuff. So it is releasing on February 14th, Valentine's Day of 2026. So stay tuned for more updates on that if you are interested. I estimate this book, according to my outline, I've estimated about 90,000 words, which means we are within 10,000 words of finishing this book that I have, mind you, been working on since I got out of school, May 24th. It is almost the end of July. Basically, what I'm trying to say, my school starts in less than a month. I need to get this freaking rough draft done, finished, and just like let it sit and move on so I can get to editing next month, because I've been like in this weird like perfectionistic hole with this book. I don't know why. I do have a video planned coming out next week that's just gonna kind of reflect on like my experience writing this book, and like I'm gonna talk all about it. So that's not for this video. I'm not gonna go into that here, but it's been a roller coaster, and I'm so like in this imposter syndrome stage that if I don't finish this book now, I'm never gonna finish it. I'm going to get like such cold feet and I'm just gonna shelve it and never see the light of day, which cannot happen because I've already said release date and posted about it 1,000 times, and I already have a fan base for it, which is crazy. So we're not doing that. Which brings me to what we're doing. To really just like give myself a kick in the butt and a motivation, we are attempting a 10K day tomorrow. Now, if you don't know, the 10K day is this like viral challenge that's been going around in the like AuthorTube writing community for years and years. Don't ask me when it first started. I honestly couldn't tell you. I just remember like I've seen videos from like 5-6 years ago blow up. I don't know if that's when it originated, but it's a common little exercise that people like to do. I don't know if exercise is right, more like challenge. Basically, it's self-explanatory. Writers try to write 10,000, not 7,000, not 8,000, not 9,000, 10,000 words in a single day. And the rules aren't strict. This isn't Squid Games. No one's going to come after you and unalive you if you don't meet that 10K word goal. It's okay. It's fine. But it also just kind of turns into like I'm just going to go for it and like, let's see how many words I can do. Like, we're just going to write as much as I possibly can in this little time constraint. So it really pushes you not to procrastinate, not to like scroll on social media, like really focus on like making significant progress in your book. And I need that. Like, I need to finish this book right now. My rules for the 10K day are going to be slightly different. I am someone, if you know me IRL, you know my sleep schedule is screwed already. And it's summer, so I really don't care because it's not like I have school tomorrow or anything. I am most productive at night. I'm a night owl through and through. I stay up till 3 in the morning reading. I stay up until 3 in the morning writing. I like get a burst of motivation and just like clean my room or journal. It's so random, but it works for me. And I promise I get an adequate amount of sleep, okay? For the purpose of this challenge, I'm going to be counting the night before. I'm going to be staying up late tonight, maybe until 2 or 3 in the morning. And those words that I write, I'm counting toward the 10K. Obviously, I'm going to try to write all day tomorrow, which I will be vlogging. That's the whole point of this video. And then tomorrow night, I will also stay up just as late, if not a little bit later. And then that will also count toward my 10K. So like, You may think that's cheating or like unfair, but hey guys, I set the rules. That's what I'm gonna do. Also because I'm like kind of busy and I just feel like I want to make the most of this challenge, so we're playing by those rules. And I usually don't write too much during the night periods anyway. I write 1,000 words or less. So honestly, regardless of what I do, the majority of my progress is going to have to be made during the day tomorrow. So come along. This will also be the last writing vlog. I should preface that. If you've been staying caught up, I have a whole playlist of my 8 other writing vlogs that I've done for Label Innocent Presumed Dead. If you're new to my channel or you've just missed one and you want to catch up, the playlist will be in the description down below. Feel free to go at your own pace, go backwards if you want, but this will be the final one because no matter what happens, whether I hit the 10,000 words or not, we're finishing my book in this vlog. So let's go. Also, quick update before we get started. It's currently the night that we're doing this, so we're literally going to start in a couple of hours, which is insane. But I failed to mention in the intro what word count we're starting from, so you guys have a starting point. You can follow along with me as I'm doing this challenge. So the manuscript is currently sitting at 77,000 words. So that's where we're at right now, and I actually want to show you guys before we jump into this officially, before the grind begins. I, for the last half an hour, have been working on a little word tracker in my notebook. So let me flip the camera and show you. So this is what it looks like. I just wrote 10K day word tracker at the top. Basically, you could do word trackers 1,000 different ways. This is just how I wanted to lay it out. So I split it into 2 columns, as you can see, expectation versus reality, which we haven't filled out reality yet. We're gonna do that as we go, because this took me long enough. There's 2 pages. But basically, I put the time. So we're starting at midnight tonight, and we're gonna go until 1 a.m. I had to white out so much stuff. My handwriting got so bad. 1 a.m. tomorrow night. 24 hours technically, but like not consecutive because as you'll see. So 12 a.m. tonight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and then I skip to 9 a.m. because obviously sleep. So, but basically how this is gonna work is each hour I'm gonna check in. So even if I don't write that much, these are like check-in points. So ideally, that's why it says expectation. This is where I would like to be at. So for example, at midnight tonight, I would ideally like to be at 500 words, total 500 words, because this is our first one. And I would like to be on chapter 57. I just finished chapter 56 earlier. By 1 a.m., an hour later, I'm going to check in again. Ideally, I want to write 500 words for all these sessions in an hour, which 500 words in an hour is pretty doable. And then at that point, I'd like to be at 1,000 total words. And then, so let's skip to tomorrow, let's say 7 p.m. tomorrow. The goal is 500 words for all of these. I should be at 7,000 by 7 p.m. tomorrow, and then I should be around chapter 61. Then hopefully the goal is by 1 a.m. tomorrow night, if I can just continue writing 500 words an hour, I'll be at 10,000 total words and finish with epilogue number 2, because there is a bonus epilogue in this book. So then with the reality column, I'm basically just going to be doing the same format. So time, dash, how many words I wrote, dash, the total amount of words that I've written, and then what chapter I'm on. We're just going to do the same thing, but like I said, this is what I want. This is like my goal. And then we're going to keep track of what actually happens. So I will update this and update you guys with what this looks like as we go along in the day. But I don't know, word trackers really help me, like, kind of doing a visual like this really helps me. So I know it's really messy, but we shall see how this goes. Let's go. Hey guys, it's currently midnight, as you can see. A little update, first hour done. Woo! I've written 777 words. So new total 777 words. A couple hundred more than my goal of 500. And I just started chapter 57. Update, it's currently 1:02 a.m. I have written 889 words in this last hour, bringing up my total that I've written so far in this challenge to 1,666, which also brings my total word count up to 78,666. We're getting somewhere, I think. If you can't tell, I'm getting tired, but just one more hour. We're stopping at 2. I'm calling it there. Since we're so close, I at least want to get to 79k, like total words in the document. So that's only less than 400 more words, which again, my goal is 500. So that should be easy peasy, piece of cake. But we have an hour to do that, so I'll check in then. Okay, good news and bad news. Good news is that it is 2 o'clock, time for our next check-in update, and I did hit 79k words like I wanted to. Bad news is we didn't quite hit the 500 target mark for this session. I am so freaking close. That's what drives me crazy. I wrote 494 words in the last hour. I wrote 800 last hour, and now I'm cutting that in half, literally. But I'm getting really tired, and I'm getting to a point where I'm just like really stuck, because it's one of those like lore dropping, backstory, secret revealing type scenes, but like through dialogue, which is always a struggle for me to write. But anyway, that's a problem for tomorrow, Marcelina. I think I'm gonna call it a night, go to bed, get some sleep that I need and deserve. Self-care is important, guys. And we're actually like, the total amount of words I've written for this 10k challenge is 2,160. And according to my tracker, I'm only supposed to be at 1,500 total words right now. We're ahead, which feels amazing. We've basically already carved out a fifth of this challenge, and it's literally technically the morning of, but like the night before. So I feel on top of things. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Hey guys, I need to whisper because it's still kind of early in the morning. Well, it's 10 a.m. and everyone's still sleeping, but time for the next check-in. So I've just been sitting here writing for an hour. Have my tracker here. So remember how I said I was supposed to start at 9 a.m.? Well, I actually didn't even wake up until 9, like I'm supposed to check in at these hours. So anyway, I didn't write this first session, so I just put 0 words. But honestly, it's okay, because remember I said last night that I was already a whole sprint ahead. I was like 600 words ahead of schedule, so this did not affect me at all. Because then I especially made up for it in this most recent writing session. So for the 10 a.m. check-in, I wrote 952 words, and my new total that I've written for this challenge is 3,112. According to my document, we have hit 80,000 total words. We're at 80,112 in the Label Innocent Presumed Dead document. Ow. So, big milestone, and we are a little less than a third of the way through this 10k day. And it's only 10 a.m. Like, what the heck? But yeah, things are going good. A lot of angst, but like falling action, like resolution angst. Hopefully I can ride out this momentum. I'll check in at the next hour. Okay, song and word update. It's currently 11 a.m. I'm listening to Minor by Gracie Abrams because first of all, she's my queen, and also this song does something to me, bro. This whole like album is my fave. I need this depressing mood right now. On the writing front, however, I just had, I think, my best, yes, this is my best sprint since I started the challenge at midnight last night. So in the last hour, I've written 990 words, which brings my total up to 4,102 words. Out of the 10,000, we're on chapter 58. I've been working on chapter 58 since 2 in the morning, bro. This one is a long one. I don't know if I mentioned that. It's legit gonna be like maybe 3,000 words. Yikes. We've surpassed 81k at this point. I'm very, very out of schedule. For context, at 11, like right now, I should be at 3,000 and I'm at 4,100. So basically that means I could take the next 2 hours off, but we're not gonna do that because I have a feeling I'm gonna start burning out later in the day. So I'd rather just get ahead now and then save any breaks or cheat time for later. I think I might take a break and eat some lunch soon. I do have to post a video today though, so I kind of forgot about that because today's Tuesday and I usually post videos on Tuesday, so I'll have to stop and do that around 2 because that's when I post all my videos. But do I feel myself burning out? Sorta, kinda, not really. It's fine. We're almost halfway through. Like, I got this. Not an update, but I just wrote the cutest scene in my life. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So, I'm shook. It is so wholesome. It's like, I'm gonna cry. What the heck? start crying because this is insane. Get your boxes of tissue ready. That's all I'm gonna say. Hey guys, this is now an update. It is 12 p.m. I just wrote 622 words. Our new total is 4,724 out of the 10K. And this, I don't even know if this counts because chapter 59, I haven't even written anything except the first word. So I just put 58/59 because I'm technically supposed to be at 59. So just finished chapter 58. Oh my gosh, that was a rough one for like 20 different reasons. But yeah, if you look at my progress, we're going pretty steady. We shall see.
You're gone now. Will you call me back? Yeah, I know.
Hit the halfway point of this challenge. Oh my gosh, how have we already written 5,000 words? And it's not even 1 o'clock yet. This last sprint, we wrote 501 words. The closest I've gotten to my actual target quota since I started this. Still in chapter 59, like I said, just started. We're introducing Kyle back into the mix. I don't want to spoil anything, but let's just say for the past like 10 chapters maybe, Kyle has not been here. Neither has Jaden. Neither has Era. No one in the bureau. It's Natalia and someone else. And let's just say we don't really want to see Jaden because Jaden did a really bad thing. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, think about like the worst thing possible. Jaden did that. Not cheating, because I don't write cheating MMCs. Jeremiah Fisher. Y'all, I don't do that. But let's just say, I think that it's one of those things when y'all read it, like, tell me what you think when you read it. But like, Jaden did a really crappy thing. Like, it's horrible. And it cost a lot of people a lot of grief, and a certain character is grieving because of his actions. But like, also, they come from a good place, like a good intention, because he has a good heart. But like, anyway, he's not gonna be on page for like a while because of that. But I'm having fun with like this Kyle and Talia reuniting scene, and then there's one other character that he's reuniting with that's been fun. And bittersweet though, because there's some like unrequited flirting, and then Natalia's getting jealous. Jealous Natalia is such a vibe to write. I'm just gonna say that. But anyway, it's just about 12:59 to be exact. We're at 5,225 words, and now I'm gonna eat lunch because no, I have not eaten lunch yet. Hourly check-in update from my walk-in closet. I feel like that's kind of a staple now. That's where I record like half my videos, let's be real. But it is currently 3 p.m. So notice I did not give an update for 2 p.m. because I did not write. Because the thing is, like I said earlier, I had a video to post and I always like to respond to a couple comments. Then the rest, I was just like, I need to get back to writing. By the way, it's an Allison edit that I'm really proud of. I would not say it's my favorite edit, or because I say that about like every single thing I post, but it's probably my favorite Allison edit that I've made. I love it. You should totally go check it out. Very emotional, very angsty, but it fits the scene that I'm currently writing. Because the scene I'm working on, it goes back and forth between cute, fluffy angst. Cute, fluffy angst. Speaking of which, for this last session, we wrote 466 words, which brings my total to 5,691 words, and we are still on chapter 59. Don't expect that to change anytime soon. Actually, maybe. When I give my 4 o'clock update, I may or may not be on chapter 60. We'll see. But we're creeping up to 6K, which is good. I don't want to say I'm burning out. I'm just like I got a little bit carried away. I was writing 2 almost 1,000 word sprints this morning. It's like a race. See, this is why I'm not good at running. I can run, but my biggest challenge is always pacing myself, because you will always see me sprinting the first lap of the mile and then I'm just like low-key dead. So I think the same rule applies, and I think this is really just a good tip to anyone that wants to attempt a 10K day, or really just any high scoring word count day. please pace yourself. Don't go full steam ahead. Even if you're really excited about a chapter, don't go overboard and like write 2,000 words when your goal is only like 500 or 600, because chances are you're actually just gonna kind of go downhill from there. So trying not to do that. I'm gonna get into a really exciting chapter next, so hopefully that'll kind of boost my productivity back up. But let's get back to writing. So I'm low-key shook right now. Like, I'm actually like shaking. It's 4 o'clock, time for the 4 p.m. check-in update. And forget everything that I said in the last update about me like burning out and like going down and I need to pace myself. Do you know how much I just wrote in the last hour? My best this entire challenge. I wrote approximately 1,216 words. I'm only supposed to be writing 500 in a session. I wrote double, almost triple that. Holy moly, are you kidding me? So now our total is 6,907. Bro, what? I finished chapter 59 with that. We like just started chapter 60. When I mean we just started chapter 60, I mean all I did for it was write chapter 60. That's what I mean. I still cannot get over the fact that in an hour I wrote 1,200 words. And we basically essentially have only 3,000 more words left to write. It's only 4 p.m. Also, let's not forget to mention the fact that we have now surpassed my record, because before today, my record for the most amount of words that I ever wrote in a day was last summer for The Blood That Divides Us. I need to pull up my Pacemaker project, which is the word tracking website that I use. I can have it linked in the description down below. But I'm pretty sure it was like 6,400 or something like that. I'll put a screenshot up here if I can find it, because I kind of got logged out of my account, so I don't know if I can get it back. And I still don't feel like I wrote that much. I honestly feel fine. So, yay. Next hourly check-in. You cannot tell because it's summer and it obviously does not get dark until so much later. It is 7 p.m. right now. We just finished another sprint. We wrote 538 words in the last hour. So we are now up to 7,000. Bro, I can't even read my own handwriting. I have to write so tiny. 7,710 words out of the 10K. So almost 8,000. Hello. And we are still lingering on chapter 60. We're getting some friendship breakup makeups happening, so I'm having fun. Okay, is it finally getting darker? I'm literally in my room again, so it looks like not that much time has passed from my last update. Actually, it hasn't. It's only 46 minutes later. It's not even 8 o'clock yet. It's currently 7:46 p.m., but we kind of squeaked in a writing sprint for not the whole hour. However, I'm burning out and in desperate need of a break and a chocolate bar. So, anyway, for this go-around, we wrote 361 words, so we are now up to 8,000. Let's go. We're at 8,071 words out of the 10K. So we are literally within a 2K radius, which is super duper exciting because if you remember correctly from last night, by 2 a.m. I had already written 2,160 words. And I had just started at midnight, so that was just like midnight 1 and 2. I'd written the 2K. So technically, theoretically, I could stop for tonight and then save it because I'm planning to go until 2 a.m. tonight as well. So I could stop for tonight and then wait until midnight to start again. But that's also cutting it close because yesterday I didn't write it all during the day so that I could like save my writing energy for the nighttime. When I was writing 2,000 words in 2 hours, that kind of flowed easier. But because I've literally been writing all day during the daytime since I've woken up, I've literally written 6,000 words, which is absolutely crazy and ridiculous, and I would not do this on any other occasion if I wasn't trying to finish this first draft. But I don't know if I'm gonna feel a little burnt out, and I don't want to rely so heavily on like being forced to hit the 2K tonight. So I think we're gonna keep going. Like I said, it's not even 8 o'clock yet. I'm gonna take a break, eat some dessert, do some skincare, and then maybe around 9-ish we will come back to the writing, because according to my tracker, at 9 o'clock is actually when I'm supposed to hit 8,000 words. So even if we do that, it's not going to affect anything. Me being ahead is giving me a major advantage right now. So I think that's what we're going to do. I will check back in about an hour. Hey guys, as you can see, it's 11 p.m. We are doing okay. We just wrote 477 words on my most recent sprint. I don't know how you can see that. My handwriting is trash. But we are at 8,548 total words out of the 10,000. Chapter 60/61. We finished the big 60 that I've literally been working on for hours since 3 p.m. This chapter was hecka long, but we finished it. So now we are moving on. Ignore the fact that at this point we should be at 9,000 words. That's really not the point. Also, quick note, this is not writing sprint related at all, but the craziest thing just happened. So I'm writing a very Jade and Natalia themed scene. Wink wink hint hint, no spoilers, but there's something between them, there's something there. And I'm getting to a point where it's late. I'm just trying to finish. So I just put the official playlist for this book on shuffle. And you know the first song that came on? It is literally one of the anthems, one of like the theme songs for Jaden and Natalia and like their relationship. What in the coincidence? I think fate wants them to end up together too, apparently, because that's crazy. I'm not complaining though. It puts me in a good vibe. Hey guys. So it's currently 12:06 a.m. It's a little past midnight. We somehow cranked out 879 words in this last hour, and oh my goodness, we're up to 9,427 words out of the 10K. Y'all, we forget 1,000. We have less than 600 words left to write. Oh my gosh, I'm in shock. And remember the rules. Even though it's technically midnight, I said that this will go until about 2 a.m. So I have 2 more hours to write 600 words. I think I am going to take a break though, because I have like a million YouTube comments to answer. And I feel really bad because it's been a really long time and I've not gotten to any of them. So I think we're going to do that for a little bit. And then the next time I update you, I will hopefully have hit 10K. Update of the update of the updates. It is currently 1:39 a.m. And you know what just happened at 1:39 a.m.? Well, actually nothing major. I mean, it's not like I just hit 10,000 words or anything. What? No. Yes. I officially succeeded. We did our final sprint of 818 words, and we actually surpassed 10,000 because that brought my total up. So technically, we wrote 10,245 words. Cue the round of applause. Oh my gosh. I mean, as you saw, it's almost 2 in the morning. I am exhausted. Not burnt out. There's a difference. And also, I need to do this tomorrow because that's also what I need to talk about. So that was the good news. The only bad news with this is that I did not finish the book as I thought I would. But you know what? That's okay. And I'm going to talk about this more tomorrow, so you'll see it in the next clip, because I'm pretty sure the next clip will be the final clip of this vlog. So if you're still here, thank you so much. And stay around for just a little bit longer, please. I think what I'm going to do, because here's the thing. Technically, the whole concept of this challenge that has been viralized is just writing 10,000 words in a day / in 24 hours. I said in the rules that the night before and the night after counts just as much. So technically I did succeed in this challenge. I did write the 10,000 words in the 24 hours. However, the challenge never says anything about, oh, you have to finish your book, oh, you have to finish your project. I just kind of thought, my delusional self thought that it would align perfectly, and it didn't. Although it makes sense that it wouldn't, because remember, I've been estimating this book to be around 90K, 92,000 maybe. And I knew when I started this, because I started at 77,000 words, so now we're at 87,000 words. 87 and 92,000 are a big difference when it comes to word count, so I knew something was probably going to be off, but I still have one more regular chapter to write, and then I have 2 super short epilogues, the main epilogue and then a bonus epilogue to write. So I would say maybe 4,000 more words max. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm just rambling at this point, but we're gonna stop for tonight. I hit the 10K. Woohoo! I am thrilled. I'll give my closing thoughts on this whole challenge tomorrow when I'm more awake, and I should be awake. And then I'm gonna keep this video going for one more day longer. And I know that's not the point of the challenge, but again, we finished the challenge, so this is something else. I always like to vlog a time lapse of me writing the ending pages of my book, so I can catch my reaction of finishing my book. For me, it's a personal keepsake because it's fun to look back on, and then also for you guys to watch too. That'll be the plan for tomorrow. So we're definitely finishing the book tomorrow, and I'm gonna record that part, and I'm gonna give some closing thoughts on finishing this first draft. But all that matters tonight is that we wrote 10,000 words in 24 hours, which is wild. I still cannot believe it, but I will be back tomorrow to actually finish this whole freaking thing.
You're gone now. Will you coming back? Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that. You're the traveling kind. It's a known fact. Yeah, I know that. Once you've seen all the things, all the places, I hope it means that you'll come home to me. Once you've traveled the world, all the spaces inside your heart, I hope I'll be your end destination. I hope I'll be your life-changing sensation. I hope I'll be something that you won't let go. I'll be your high when you fall down low. I hope I'll be your end destination. You're far away and yet so close. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, you're up in space. You're inside the noise. I can feel you. Once you've seen all the things, all the places, I hope it means that you'll come home to me. Once you've traveled the world, all the spaces inside your heart, I hope I'll be your end destination. I hope I'll be your life-changing sensation. I hope I'll be something that you won't let go. I'll be your high when you fall down. the traveling kind, it's a known fact. Yeah, I know that. I hope I'll be your end destination. I hope I'll be your life-changing sensation. I hope I'll be something that you won't let go. I'll be your high when you fall down low. I hope I'll be your end destination.
So I just finished my book. Oh my gosh, holy shit. I just finished my book. I just finished the first draft. Guys. I just finished the first draft. That is insane. Oh my gosh. Yo. Hold on. Like 2 seconds. Like rewind. What? It doesn't even feel real. My heart's like pounding and I really need to go because my mom just told me dinner's ready. It's gonna get cold. But I will give more cohesive thoughts in a moment. But oh my gosh, I just finished my book. I just finished Labeled Innocent, Presumed Dead, Draft 1 at 3:46 p.m. the next day. Okay, hi guys, I'm back. Sorry for that little delay. Like I said, I was kind of pressured into going right then and there. So we had to take a temporary 30-minute pause, but we are wrapping up this video. I finished my book. Did I not say that? I feel like I'm not saying it enough. Like, maybe you guys don't know. Maybe you're just like, wait, I don't know what Marcelina just did. I don't think she did anything important or significant or special or anything. No, I just finished the first draft of my new YA mystery romance, Labeled Innocent, Presumed Dead, coming out on Valentine's Day of next year. And let me just say, this is not like a bare bones draft. I mean, I tend to be more of an overwriter anyway. There's nothing wrong with underwriters nor overwriters. I feel like every writer kind of falls into one camp or they lean more into one, which is perfectly normal, so don't feel bad. I'm just an overwriter. I think I've talked about this in another video. I love describing things. I love my adjectives. Sometimes I just love banter and it'll just go on for longer in the scene than necessary. So keep that in mind. However, remember what we started this video with, 77,000 words. Then I did the 10K challenge. I got to 87,000 words. And now the final word count of draft 1 of my book is, I haven't even looked at it. This is the first time I'm looking. 91,188 words. Which, mind you, let's just format the pages real quick so I can tell you how many pages that is. 442 pages. If this were to just be the draft right now, if I were to just print this as is, it would be 442 pages. What is life right now, guys? I don't know. For reference, let me go get a book that's that many pages. Actually, I don't need to go very far. We're just gonna get my own book because I am kind of lazy to look through every single book. Also because the formatting in every book is different. It really depends on your publisher. If you are traditionally published, which most of the books I do buy are traditionally published. A lot of my indie author books I get on my Kindle, but everyone's formatting is different. So I plan to do the exact same formatting that I did for this one. And so this one was 429 pages. So essentially the first draft right now, just think basically of this, give or take maybe a few pages, because again, this does include the back matter. This is essentially how long my first draft is. She thick again. Oh my gosh, I am kind of shook right now. I don't know why. I've been saying 90,000, then I was no, maybe 92, then I think at one point I said 95,000. Don't ask where I got 95,000 words. I don't know. I'm Delulu, okay? But 91,000, wait, what did I say? 91,188 words is our final word count. Woohoo! Let's go. I am just really hyped, if you can't tell. And by the way, I know this is going to be a really long video. Will this even push an hour? Maybe, perhaps, possibly. I don't know. But if you are still here, thank you so much. As a reward, I'm going to be reading the last line of the book because I can, and this is my videos and I want to. Before I read the last line, I do want to give you a little bit of context because I did one of those things where I made my first line, like the very, very first line of the prologue and the last line of the epilogue, tie together. So for this one to like even make sense, I'm going to read the very first opening line of the prologue, which I don't know if I've revealed yet. So again, if you're sticking around for this long, you're getting a sneak peek. The blaring sirens rang in my ears just about as loud as my older sister's screams. Except the sirens were non-existent. Allison's screams were not. Okay, so we have that. Then we go to the ending last line of the epilogue. The blaring sirens of love and happiness rang in my ears just about as loud as the bureau's laughter. Both were finally real. So you see what I did there? You see what I did there? I'm just genuinely really, really, really happy. Words cannot express my happiness right now. I'm really tired. I did not get that much sleep last night. I got like 5 hours and I have been working on this all day and I have a lot to do with editing and with getting this video up and whatnot. So I'm a little bit stressed out. I can't totally relax yet and like sink in the joy and the peace that I finished this first draft, but we did it. We did it. I mean, we finished the first draft. What am I even rambling about? Like, there's nothing to complain about. If I sound like I'm like complaining, I'm not. I am very, very happy. And I do truly think, this sounds like I'm sponsoring something, the 10K day made this possible. Now, I don't want to say that I like would have never finished this book if it wasn't for the 10K day, but when I have finished it today, Thursday, July 24th, no, I probably would not have. So, like, it would have gotten done at some point because when I started the challenge, I was already at almost 80,000 words. I don't think I was going to abandon the project. I didn't see myself shelving it. Like, it's not like that was the end-all be-all, but that really, really, like I said at the beginning, that's the whole point. It was a really good kick in the butt to, like, motivate me and be like, Marcelina, you have a deadline, you have reasons to do this, especially because I was vlogging too. That was extra good accountability for me. I'll usually get distracted scrolling on social media, taking 5-minute Pinterest breaks, and then I'm on there for an hour just looking through things and saving things to my board. Like, I get distracted very, very easily, especially with my phone, with social media, making my videos and then watching other people's videos. It's an endless cycle sometimes. During this challenge, as you saw, I mean, yeah, I had to post that one video, answer a couple comments, and I was vlogging, but I wasn't on my phone at all. I wasn't taking any social media breaks because pretty much back to back to back, I had to write all day to make it work. It kept my procrastination, like doom scrolling self, like really focused and on track and tunnel visioned, which I appreciated. And I think that if you were going to do a 10,000 word day, my only like piece of advice or warning, whatever you want to call it, and I think I did mention this way earlier, but try to pick a point, ideally the ending. I feel like it's ideal for a couple of different reasons to finish your book with a 10K day, but of course you can do it whenever you want. I'm not going to tell you, oh, you can only do this at the end. But I think with the ending, at least for my type of book where it's like a mystery romance, because the first part that I was writing toward the beginning of the challenge was still the ending climax, plot twist on top of plot twist, on top of betrayal, on top of betrayal, on top of reveals and action. If you've read The Blood That Divides Us, remember that like kidnapping scene in here and Mateo and Nico burst in and they save her? I will say there's a similar scene with a similar vibe. They're not kidnapped per se. She can hold her own a lot better than Alyssa can. No diss on Alyssa. I love her. I love both of them to pieces. But there is definitely like maybe some unaliving of our antagonist, which is a secret antagonist. But my point is, I don't want to spoil this book. I'm just really, really excited if you cannot tell. But there's just a lot of action. And then the last few chapters that I was working on, mainly today and then kind of toward the end of this challenge, were like fluffy romance, found family, cutesy stuff. There was still like the drama was wrapping up. It was like the resolution, so things were kind of slowly smoothing over, and you know, things were getting explained, people were forgiving each other, stuff like that. But all of it was really, really, really good. So I think if you were gonna do this, usually the middle of a book is a slump for everybody, so I would not recommend trying to do this when you're in the middle of it, or maybe even the beginning. It's really up to you. If you think beginnings are your strong suit and you have really action-packed or exciting chapters lined up, which again, that's why it's helpful to do an outline so you kind of know this, then I would say go for it whenever you feel like it. But I would really try to be mindful of, if you are going to do this, pick the time that you think you will have chapters that you want to write enough to be able to write the 10,000 words. I don't know if that's making sense. Which also, that's probably my second biggest tip, if not my first. It's kind of neck and neck. Please have an outline. I know a lot of you guys are discovery writers and pantsers, and that's perfectly fine because there are no rules. If that works best for you, then that works best for you, and that's amazing. However, I think you can totally write a book without an outline. I just don't think you can execute a 10K day without an outline, at least like the vaguest idea of what you're going to be doing that day. Otherwise, you're just writing absolute gibberish on the page. It's just going to go from like point A to like point Z back to point A to point M. It's going to be all over the place. And I think I heard another author who was doing a 10K challenge say this. But what is more important to you? Hitting this very arbitrary word goal just for a YouTube video or just to have a flex of like, oh my gosh, I wrote 10,000 words in 24 hours, but almost all of the words are so crappy because you were just kind of rushing through it, boom, boom, boom. You just were focused on getting words on the page. So then when it comes time to edit, you end up having to scrap half of the words. So it's basically only like you wrote 5,000 words or something because there are only a couple thousand good ones that you can keep. Or would you rather slow down a little bit? Maybe not quite hit the 10K, but you're really being intentional about what you write. You're really putting thought and careful consideration into it, and you're making all of those words count. So when it comes time to editing, it's actually up to the same level as the rest of your book where you weren't doing a 10K day, if that makes any sense. So I think that was kind of my frame of mindset, which I didn't end up hitting the 10K. This sounds like I didn't, but I still just didn't want to rush through it. I think I could have written it faster. I cut it close. I think I could have written it a lot faster if I was less intentional about every single word I was typing, but it's for the better because I am really proud of the, I think I wrote like 6 chapters or 7 chapters for this day. So like, I'm not saying I'm going to keep every single one of those words, but they're definitely no worse than the rest of the draft. Anyway, would I recommend doing the 10K challenge? If you have time, if you can dedicate an entire day, have an outline, and also be prepared to lose your mental sanity, because if you couldn't tell, I kind of crashed out. After that, oh my goodness, I burned really hard. You can't tell, but that's also why I'm really tired. I'm just like done with writing. So yeah, I'm happy to be done with the first draft, but I also never want to write another word for a really long time. I'm so burnt out, but it's fine. It's fine. We finished. If you're wondering what's going to come next for me now that draft 1 is done, that rhymed. I don't want to talk too much about it because again, I'm pretty sure this video may cross an hour, which is like ridiculous. So I don't want to ramble on for too much longer. However, next week, I still have to film it. I think I'll film it tomorrow, maybe. Today? Tomorrow? Do I trust myself to articulate thoughts properly? Probably not. Okay, I think I'm going to record it tomorrow. A video should be going out next week. It's going to be one of my like sit down videos, so it's not going to be a vlog style. We're going to be done with vlogs for a couple of weeks, but I'll get to that in the video next week. But I'll kind of go over, like I'm going to sum up my whole experience writing this book, and then I'm also going to talk about what's next for me, what my plans are, share some deadlines and stuff like that. So if you want to stay in the loop about what is coming up next for me, please make sure to hit that subscribe button if you are not already. Turn on notifications so you will be notified whenever I post a new video or edit. I will say I'm definitely not taking a break from YouTube. I am taking a break from writing, obviously, because I'd like to give my drafts a couple of weeks before I go back to revise them so I can come back with fresh eyes and a fresh perspective. But I will still be posting videos and edits at my usual schedule, still be interacting with you guys. This is just a huge milestone. We finished the book. I'm gonna keep saying that because this is insane. 2 months, 91,000 words, and I'm not ready to say goodbye to my family, the Bureau, Natalia, Kyle, Jaden, Era, Allison. Aww. Well, I think that's it. I think this saga has ended this chapter of my life in the book, see what I did there, has officially concluded. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's so different from my usual, so much longer, but this is just a really, 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 really big deal. If you're not a writer, you probably don't understand, but if you are one, you know the joy of finishing a rough draft is like unmatched. It is a feeling, and like I feel it physically in my stomach. Like it I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I'm so proud of myself. I'm not gonna get emotional. This is next week's video that I'm probably gonna get emotional in, but there were a lot of times throughout the last couple of months where I was just like, I hate this book. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I don't want to work on it. I don't even, why am I doing this? I should have never set a release date because I don't even want to publish it anymore. And I think those feelings have come and gone. I don't want to say that they're 100% gone. I don't want to say I'm feeling 100% confident about where it's at now either, but like, it's the first draft. Why am I putting so much perfection and pressure on that? Like, it doesn't make sense. I just need to be happy that I finished something, because I'm the type of person, the type of writer who I will outline for months, and I'll get a good idea for a story and I'll dedicate weeks or months of my life writing, and then 30, 40, 50, even 60,000 words in, I'll get bored of it or I'll burn out and I will just shelve the project. Like, y'all should look at my Google Docs, Google Drive, and see how many unfinished stories that have really good plot potential, by the way, that I've just given up on, that I started with so much passion and then I essentially DNF'd it, but writing edition. So the fact that I pushed through all of the doubt, all of the imposter syndrome, and I finished this book is insane. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Be prepared for this to be my whole personality for like a really long time. I'm gonna keep talking about it forever and ever and ever because I'm so happy. Anyway, that's gonna be it. I hope you enjoyed. I hope all of your writing projects are going well. I will see you all in the next video very, very soon.